Hello friends, welcome back in this topic of class 9th. I'm here with another topic in the kingdom of fools, which is from supplementary. It's a fiction, it's a story, and it's written actually in Kannada language. The story is a folk tale. It's written in Kannada language by A.K. Ramanujan, and he has just a collection of folk tales through the name Folk Tales from India. He has written all these folk tales. So, in this very chapter, we are going to discuss critical appreciation, and later on, I'll tell you the keynotes. What are there? What is the story? So, the story is about a place that was infamous for dim-wittedness of its people and ruler. You'll see that in the story that there are people who are dumb, who are foolish, and you will see that dim-wittedness, or we can say foolishness, of these infamous people and the ruler as well. So what the consequences of these foolish people, and what is the consequences while a person just stays with them. So the king and his ministers were especially dumb, as they made laws that defied common sense and rational thought. So they made such kind of laws which were not as per the human values, as per the rational, or we can say logical ethics, or we can say logical rules, or we can say rational. As what they did, they just make day as night and night as day. They said that they just made a rule that each and every human being who is there in this kingdom, they will follow a rule that during daytime they'll sleep and during night they will work. So they made an irrational decision. So now through this story, the writer highlights that trusting fools is a grave mistake and that can put anyone's life on stake. That means if you trust a fool, if you are in the company of a fool, definitely you are bound to lose something. If you are in the company of a fool, definitely you will just face a problem in your life. Fools don't know what to do. They don't know how to find a feasible solution to a specific problem. They don't, because they don't have that thinking power. They don't have that. They foolishly think they will just kill an innocent. They'll just give sentence as an innocent in any criminal scene, while they'll just set free the criminals. These are the idiotic rules which these idiotic people follow. So you need to be away from these foolish people. So there are two messages which the writer wants to give over here. One should stay away from foolish people, else one is born to suffer. You need to be away. You need not to be in the company of fools. You need to just be away. If you are an intellectual and if you are a wise person, then you will not choose a foolish people as your companion, because you'll know nothing, you'll learn nothing from him. Definitely you will choose a more wise and intellectual person, from where you will get different experiences and you'll be able to enjoy your life in a proper way. Second thing is, in order to tackle foolish people, one should employ wisdom, not logic, because they don't have logic. They don't believe in logic. They will not follow your logic. So they'll give you foolish these statements regarding your logic. So what you need to do, you need to use your wit or wisdom. You need to use your wisdom to just tackle these foolish people. Now, what happened in the story is there were king and his ministers. They were idiots, they were foolish people, and they were ruling. They changed the day into night and night into day. That means each and every person who just used to work during day and used to take rest during night, but now what will happen? During day they will sleep, they will have rest, and during night they will work. So it was against the natural rule, we can say logical or rational rule. So anybody who violated the rule would be punished. And they said that if we found anybody violating this very rule, we will punish that person. The guru and the disciple visited the kingdom. Once there came a guru and a disciple, and when they found that there is nobody into this very their market, and there's nobody seemed to be out in the kingdom, they were roaming here and there. But as it grew it grew dark. The night just appeared. What the markets began to close, this open, and everybody began to come out of their houses. So this guru and disciple, they just inquired what is happening, and they came to know about the rule. The king and the minister were delighted by the success of their project because nobody was able to go against them. Nobody over there just have that strength that they can go against the minister or the kings, ministers or the king. So what they did, they thought that they were very happy that their rule is being followed. This project is very successful. Guru decided to leave the place as soon as possible, but disciple found food and accommodation very cheap and stayed back. So what happened over there? Guru, as he knew that the company of foolish people is not a good thing, so what he did, he left the place as soon as possible. But his disciple, as Guru told him that you need to go here, it's not good to be in company of fools. But the disciple found food and accommodation very cheap, so he stayed back. He said no. He said bid goodbye to his this guru, and he stayed back. He stayed and he remained over there. What happened now? There came a case of robbery. Now there is new, we can say, projection of the problem. What the climax came over here? A case of robbery and death of thief. What happened? There was a case of robbery on the behalf of merchant. He said that there was a robbery in his house. But what happened at that very time? This thief, while he was just running away, a wall just fell down and it killed the thief. He was brought to the court. When this merchant was asked, he said that it was the fault of the mason, or we can say the bricklayer. It was the fault of that very person who didn't build the wall so strong that it will just be firm. So what happened? This person was called, this mason was called. He said that I was distracted by the jingles of this dancer, the girl who used to come here, who used to move here and there through this very street, and I was not able to build a strong wall. There was a distraction. So what happened? This girl was summoned. When she came, she said, no, it was the merchant who didn't, sorry, it was the goldsmith who didn't give my ornaments on time. So that's why he kept on giving me different dates. So I kept on going to this very place. Otherwise, there was no such kind of need to distract this very mason. Now this goldsmith was called, and when he was called, he said that it was the father of this very merchant who at first was summoned. It was the father of this very merchant who just stopped the we can say who just stopped his supplies. So that's why I was not able to make ornaments for this very girl. So ultimately it was the father of this very merchant. And what was the decision of the foolish king? He said that what will happen? It is because this merchant has inherited every property of his father, so he will inherit the sins of the father as well. So what we will do, we will hang up this merchant only. So this was the foolishness of the king, that he inherited the property, so why not the sins? Why not the crimes his father has just done? So he has to go through this death sentence. So as it appeared that the merchant is very lean, so he will not be able to fit that stake. So what the king now did, he said that find a person who is healthy enough to fit the stake, we will kill him, we will sentence him to death. See the foolishness, the heights of foolishness of the king. He says that now what you will do, you will find a person. He ordered his soldiers, you will find a person who will fit the stake, and we will kill that very person. We will just sentence that very person to death. And when searching, these guards, the soldiers, they found the disciple and brought him to the court, and he was sentenced to death. But as soon as Guru heard about this very thing, he came to this very kingdom and tried to persuade the king that his though he didn't give any logic, he didn't just try to save his this disciple. What he did, he played a trick over here with his wisdom and wit. He played a trick. What he did, he said to this very king that I have seen that if you die, this if anybody, any of the persons, he made this announcement that if anybody died tonight, he will be reborn as a king, and a minister again if two persons will die. So what happened, as this guru was captured as well by the soldiers, so they were put under the they were put behind the bars. So what happened then, this king and this minister, they ordered that these people should be hanged during night and then thrown to the crows to eat the flesh of their bodies. So what happened, they themselves, they disguised as guru and the disciple, and they set free these gurus and disciple and remained over there handcuffed as, because they were foolish and they believed this guru that they will be reborn as king and this because they thought that we will get more time to rule. So what happened, as per the order, without seeing the face, these two persons were killed. And when their face was seen, when they were thrown to the crows, their face was seen. It was seen that the people over there, they were very panicked. As soon as they knew this very thing, they just ran to the guru and the disciple, and they just suggested them that you should be king and the minister. But the guru over there, he said that only I need to change the rules. After that, I'll be as a king. So this kingdom was brought back to normalcy. Now you'll see that how in this kingdom of fools, the company of fools made this disciple bound to suffer. So be alert always that you need to choose your companion in a very, 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 we can say, decisive manner. You need to think about that very thing. After that, you need to choose. That was all in this very chapter. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.